My name is Kalen Tackett. I play guitar and sing for the band Amadon.
My name is Caitlin Beard. I am the vocalist for In the Between.
My name is Shane Scott. I am the guitarist for In the Between.
My name is Dave McIlwraith, and I am the bass player for In the Between.
My name's Steven Hertogs, and I drum for Shades of Static.
I'm Brent Quick, and I am lead vocals and guitarist for Shades of Static.
I'm Arno Ioni, and I'm bassist for Shades of Static.
Hi, I'm Brian Knapp. I play with Degree of Disorder, and I play drums.
My name's Tony DeLisio, lead guitar player. The band's called Mechanism.
I'm Daryl Williams. I'm the drummer.
Ryan Redfield, lead vocals, lead guitar.
The hardest part about being an independent artist is eating every day, because it's hard to make money out there when you're just trying to do your own thing and you don't have a huge label behind you. Just trying to make ends meet, make sure that everyone in the band can make their ends meet, and so if we plan on a tour or something like that, usually we're lucky to break even if we go out on tour, let alone try to bring stuff back to support our families and stuff. So that's the hardest part. Hopefully, eventually, that we'll cross that threshold where we're bringing in enough to where touring makes sense, but we're not there yet. So, and it's hard. I mean, and you can ask any independent band, even larger ones, even popular ones, and it's still kind of the same thing. If you don't have that money coming in, it's hard. It's the dream, you can't just give up on it because it's hard. Anything you're going to pursue is going to be hard, whether you have to go to college for 8 years to become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. As a musician, you don't need necessarily, depending on what kind of musician you are, you don't need as much college, but the dues you have to pay are pretty much the same thing and cost about the same amount of money. So it's one of those things, like once you get your head set on a goal and you decide that that's the thing you want to do, there really isn't anything that's going to stop you anyway. So that's the same thing.
I get a lot of, so whose girlfriend are ya? Or, who's... And I love seeing people's reactions when I'm like, I just kind of mess with them a little. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm just here to load gear. And then they...
Because you're so burly.
Finally realize, oh hey, you're the singer, aren't you?
Yes, we are in the works of our first full-length CD to follow up our first EP. When that gets released, it will be sometime this year. But we want it to be very well done and a good follow-up for our second effort. So it's got to be something special with something more to it than we put into the first one.
Member of our society, embrace our world, becoming our story.
Music was still called rock and roll, I guess, when I started, and it still is. And I've been through a lot of musical experiences since then. That's a long time.
I'd be doing it with or without performing. I'd be sitting in my living room writing songs, getting my thoughts and feelings down on paper and into music. So this is just a bonus for me, and this is great, having a great time with these guys, and I'm meeting a lot of great people. It's a lot of hard work for nothing, other than the pure enjoyment of the music. And you gotta like your bandmates and the people that you surround yourself with, because if you don't have a huge support group behind the scenes, being family members, bandmates, friends, family, the whole thing, it's not gonna work. So you gotta be very grateful for everyone that's behind you. We are the manager, we are the promoter, we are the road crew, we're the stagehand. I mean, we're everything. And on top of a regular job and family life, it gets to be a lot sometimes.
We spend a lot of money in those freaking instruments and everything. We spend way more money than we should. But the cool thing, I have the absolute support of my family. But yeah, that's difficult, and also, you know, when in some places you have an attitude that, like, people welcome you in a club, like say, yeah, you see if you open for national acts. The only difference between them and us that they've been signed. That's the only difference. I think that we are as good as others. Like we met a lot of great bands. It's all a matter of being at the right place at the right moment and having connection. The good thing about being an independent musician is being independent. And a musician.
Yeah. Lost the money though, because I've had my drum set since 8th grade. Just that same drum set, and that's been a long time.
I've been playing the drums my whole life. It's just a fun way to get out energy and anger and everything else. It's everything to me. It's like a gang. It's a family. It's the way of life. It's all I know really. Most of our music's pretty angry and about life events and shit that's going on today, and pretty much I don't think it's really sending too much of a message other than what we want to get out. So hopefully we can go as far as we can go and hit the road and go out there and make lots of music for lots of people.
When it comes to forming a band, getting together with your bros and playing some music that's cool is a whole lot easier than coming up with the name for the whole thing. So we did the typical whole process where everyone had 47 napkins and whatever different kind of things. Names. Everybody in the band was coming in going blah 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 whatever. Some people, oh, that's kind of cool, right? Brian came in one day and he's like, what do you guys think about mechanisms? Everybody's like, fuck yeah. And the fuck yeah factor is something you really got to have as a band, because there's everybody can be sort of on board with things, but when everybody in the band's going fuck yeah, you got something. So
yeah, it was one of those names I thought of for a long time. It was like I always wanted to name a band either that, or I had a few other names that I liked as well, but when we put together Mechanism, I threw that one out there, and like you said, they all bid on it pretty hard, and I was very satisfied because it was something I thought was like one of the last cool band names left,
Frickin' Iron Maiden could play at Dreamfest. It's badass.
It was really awesome. I mean, it was such a setup that any big band could have flown in from anywhere in the world and played that setup. Just amazing.
It was wonderful. Yeah, everybody that had a hand in its production was, it was. Everybody had a wonderful time, but they took it seriously.
Shadows and dust, shadows and dust, shadows and dust.
Switch Records started in 1989 as a production company for my band. I opened the venue and decided to do production and booking, and then I decided we need to turn this into a label to help local music get national. So basically it's me risking everything and putting it online to become more of a music group than a label, but I just believe in local music, so we want to get it on the road. Dreamfest is an event we started 2 years ago, decided to put one in the back of the parking lot, turned it into big stage, sound, lighting, and it teaches bands there's an actual production to a big show. Stage plots, input lists. So we did that the first year, we did the second year, we did 2 days, and now I'm trying to team up, I am teamed up with Filtered Space, Greg Strickland, and he comes up next week, we meet with Amazon, we're gonna try to take it to the West Coast and start with the West Coast version of Dreamfest and then go all across America in a couple of years.
It just became everything I do. So for me, music means everything.
Well, I think first and foremost that we're playing music because we love it, and we play the kind of music that we'd like to listen to. So despite whatever the industry's doing, we're having a great time, and we're hopefully reaching some people and taking them away from life's day-to-day BS. And people are having a good time listening to us, and we're having a good time playing for them. So whatever's going on with the music business, you know, sure, and on the grand scheme of things, I guess it matters, but realistically, no matter what, we will always have that I just described, and that's a beautiful thing.
It's my therapy. That's how I get my thoughts out and get my feelings checked and all that good stuff.
Basically just getting up there and being yourself, not worrying about who people expect you to sound like or what they want you to sound like, or you know, just the idea of maybe what they think you should sound like. About getting out there and just really being yourself.
Just the love and the passion and desire to play, and you know, the look on people's faces when you're on stage and you see that you're reaching out and touching them and you're taking them away from their shitty life for 5 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever it is, you know. That's kind of what makes it the funnest, is the fans' reaction.